Isn't we supposed to be having a fiesta?
Watch this.
What's going on, my international amigos of Spurs Nation? Hanging out to you from a different location, not in my studio tonight, but at this, doesn't matter. We're going to do a 2021 NBA mock draft. This is the 2.0 version. We're going to have a lot of fun. Just to remind you guys that if you enjoy this channel, please subscribe, hit that like button, share this video, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. And if you want to support this show and get some perks in the process, go ahead, head over to the Patreon link in the description below, and you get some perks. You get entered into some giveaways and whatnot, and you really go above and beyond to helping this show. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into this mock draft.
2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Hey, isn't we supposed to be having a fiesta?
Watch this.
Isn't we supposed to be having a fiesta?
All right, guys, today's draft is going to be done a little bit different. I'm actually going to be putting you guys in the hot seat in that GM chair, and you're going to be selecting some draft picks along the way in this mock draft, right? So you guys are going to let me know who you want to draft in the chat room. So what I'm going to do is I have a timer here on my phone, and so I'm going to give you guys about a minute, right? Whenever I put you guys on the clock, I'm going to let you guys know with this banner right here on the bottom of the screen that lets you guys know you are on the clock. Who do you want to draft? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to be letting this timer go off again, about 60 seconds on my phone. And by the time that is done, I'm going to select one of y'all from the chat room to make the selection that I'm going to be having you guys do, right? So let me go ahead and pull up my timer here. Timer, let's do 1 minute. All right, set. All right, so right now I'm on the clock right now at the number 1 pick. You guys are going to do the second pick here, and that's going to be for Houston. So just to let you guys know, you're going to be on the clock for the Houston Rockets here in a second. This is a no-brainer, right? We are going to go ahead and put the best player going number 1. I'm still very interested to see what Detroit's plans are with Cade Cunningham and, pairing him with Killian Hayes that they drafted last year. Saddiq Bey is playing right now. I have it playing in the background. You guys can't see that, but I have it playing in the background in the USA game. Saddiq Bey is there on the squad. Shout out Keldon Johnson. Made a little name for himself today over there in Las Vegas right now, suiting up with Team USA. He's doing great. All right, anyway, so Detroit, they're going to take Cade Cunningham. Is the obvious pick. It's probably the only one that we can say is a guarantee at this point, because from what I'm hearing, a lot of shuffling is going around at this number 2 pick. So who do you guys want to draft? I'm about to put you guys on the clock. All right, so right here, I had that up already, but here we go. I'm about to start a 60-second timer on my phone, starting right now. You guys got 60 seconds. I'm going to be looking at the chat room as it comes out. As you guys put, and I'll let you know who you guys who gets the selection, right? So here's who's on the board right now. You got Suggs, you got Mobley, you got let me zoom in here for a second for you guys. All right, here we go. Here's your draft board right here. Who's available at number 2? I see a lot of Mobley and Wood. You like that combination? Okay. A lot of you guys want Jalen Green, Alec Horseman, David Gonzalez, Raleigh Canetti, right? Hooligans over here saying Mobley's going number 2. All right, so you guys let me know in the chat, who would you draft if you are the Houston Rockets? and you're selecting at number 2. There's a lot of question. You guys really don't have a direction at this point. And the timer is over. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with Raleigh Conte, right here, saying Jalen Green is going to make the second pick. So shout out to you, Raleigh. Thank you for hanging out in this episode. Let's go ahead and move Jalen Green over here to number 2. So let's talk about it just for a second, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to select here for Cleveland. We got Cade Cunningham getting off the board here at number 1. And then Raleigh here is selecting Jalen Green. I'm not mad at it for Houston if that's the direction that Houston wants to go in, because for a few years now, I want to say ever since really the Golden State era began, it really has been a perimeter-oriented league. So I'm never going to be mad at teams early in the draft trying to snag out the best shooter, the best guard, the best overall scorer, all that stuff, because that's what the NBA does, right? The NBA is built for players like Jalen Green, right? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go. That's a good pick, Raleigh. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. And right now we still have Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, and Mobley on the board. If I'm Cleveland and all the rumors that have been coming out about them shopping Colin Sexton, that's very interesting to me, because I thought Colin Sexton was probably one of their better players. I like his attitude. I like how he's a dog. He gets after it, but I don't know. Maybe they're ready to move on. And the last episode I did with the guys from SSPN, they were telling me that the Cavs reportedly had wanted to build around Jared Allen and Garland, right? Garland's also playing right now in Team USA. He's one of the select guys as well. But I'm on the clock, and so I'm going to go ahead and give them Mobley and pair Jared Allen. Sorry, guys, it's a little tricky right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move Evan Mobley to Cleveland at number 3. All right. I like the defensive tenacity. We know that they like big men over there. Who knows if Kevin Love is going to be there or not. But for this 2.0 draft, Cleveland, congratulations. You're getting Evan Mobley. All right. Everyone in the chat room, you guys are now the Toronto Raptors, right? You're the Toronto Raptors. You are about to be on the clock. Let me know in the chat who you are going to draft. I'm going to go ahead and start your countdown right now. All right, you got 1 minute. Let me know in the chat who you're drafting if you are the Toronto Raptors. Remember that Kyle Lowry is probably not coming back. But remember who the GM is. It's still Usai Majiri, if I'm not mistaken. And, he likes guys like Siakam, and, he's brought some guys like that into the fold. So it's very interesting. I'm not really sure in what direction the Toronto Raptors want to go right now. But for right now, I'm seeing David Gonzalez is saying Suggs, Hooligan, Lil saying Suggs, Alec Horseman saying Suggs. All right, you guys let me know. Who are they drafting? There's 20 seconds left. We got some pretty high potential still up here on the draft board, guys. Okay, we got 4, 3, 2, 1. There goes the timer. All right, it's majority rule in here. We're gonna go with Hooligan making the selection here at number 4. All right, so the Toronto Raptors are going to select Jalen Suggs. I'm not mad at it. I like it. I think he's a great leader. I think he's a winner. I think he has that personality. That's going to contribute to winning basketball. So, I think that's what Toronto's all about. They draft quality guys. All right, so here we go. Congratulations to Hooligan. Thank you for hanging out. Great selection, man. The Orlando Magic, the first of 2 picks here in this draft. I'm going to go ahead and help them out here, and they're going to take the best player available. And in my opinion, that's Scotty Barnes. So in this mock draft, Scotty Barnes fell to 5, which is crazy. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think he's potentially he's a top 3 talent in my eyes in this draft. So I think there's a real possibility that he gets dropped, man. If this is the way that the dominoes roll and the 2 guards get selected early, I think that Scotty Barnes is going to be a steal here at number 5, right? I think he's the one that's going to come out ready to just contribute from day one, right? You guys let me know if I'm crazy for thinking that. All right, so right now, the chat room, you guys are selecting at number 6 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder chat room, number 6. Let me go ahead and put you guys on the clock. That's your warning sign right there. Starting this 1-minute timer. All right, you're on the clock. Chat room, if you are Sam Presti and this is one of your 20,000 picks that are coming up here in the future, who are you guys going to draft? Who do you want to pair with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Who do you want to, that's really your real, you have a few pieces to the puzzle, but that's really your main one. So how are you going to complement him? Or do you just kind of go for upside at this point? Let me see. I see Raleigh saying some Kuminga. David saying Kuminga as well. Alec Horseman. As an OKC fan, Kuminga intrigued me for sure if he falls to us. All right. So dang. Again, unanimous across the board. I like how you guys think. We got about 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 0. All right, there goes your timer. All right, so Alex going to go ahead and represent the Oklahoma City here as a Oklahoma City fan. Appreciate you for hanging out, Alec. All right, so here we go. Let's move Kuminga over to the Oklahoma City Thunder. If I'm not mistaken, in the 1.0 draft, he ended up here in Oklahoma City as well, or maybe he might have went to Orlando. It was either one of those. But I like it. It's an athletic dude, has a lot of potential, a lot of upside, and he'll have time to develop there in Oklahoma City. All right, so here I go. First of 2 picks for the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to go ahead and make the selection. Let me take this banner off. Let me take this comment off. All right. Hey, shout out to Frenchie Betts, Patreon member. Shout out, Frenchie. Thank you for hanging out with us here. Don't worry. You're never late. You're always on time. We just started early. You're never late. Our Golden State pick, number 1. You know what? I think they're going to go with the defensive upside here. You know what? I'm gonna change up my whole mindset. I think I had them going experience and stuff like that last time. Let's go ahead and add somebody with impact, and I'm gonna go ahead and select Corey Crispert over here for Golden State. I'm gonna say that they're just gonna go with their whole shooting thing, and they need shooters. They need to put shooters around their shooters, right? They want to draft shooters to put around their shooters, right? So, this year, it was evident that they're going to need some help beyond the arc. Steph Curry is good enough to get you to a play-in, but he needs help. Klay Thompson will be coming off injury. You need someone else who can put some points up on the board. So we're going to go ahead and go with Corey Crispert to the Golden State Warriors at, number 7. All right, guys. So chat room, you guys are on the clock. Right, you guys are drafting. Let me see. At number 8, you're drafting for the Orlando Magic. Earlier, they ended up getting one of the top prospects in the draft in my eyes, and Scotty Barnes. They're about to make another selection, and that's you guys right now in the chat room. Okay, so you are on the clock. Let me go ahead and start the timer. Start it. 1 minute. You guys let me know in the chat who you want to draft for the Orlando Magic here with your second pick. You just took Scotty Barnes from Florida State. Who do you want? Kispert too high? Maybe. Probably. Probably. But you know what? This is 2.0, right? This is 2.0. So we're gonna go a little bit off the cuff here. Raleigh's saying Book Night. David Gonzalez is saying Moses Moody, one of my personal favorites. Alec Horseman is saying, I would like to take Book Night because he is a solid shooting guard with the Magic need. Frenchie saying, Well, rather take Corey Crispert than Cameron Johnson. What's wrong with Cameron Johnson, man? Cam Johnson, the one that's in the finals right now? I don't know. Frenchie, let me know. Let me know what you're talking about, Frenchie. All right. So you guys got about 3, 2, 1. That's the timer. The pick is in. And we're going to go with David here. David here is taking Moses Moody for number 8. Man, let me tell you what, David, great pick. Great pick, David. If you are the Orlando Magic and you just walked home with Moses Moody and Scotty Barnes in the same draft, your wing positions on your roster are going to be stacked for a long time. Both of these guys have so much to bring to the table, and if they can end up on the same team, oh my God, I love that pairing. I love that pairing a lot. Good job. That's a great pick. I'm going to go with David on that one. So again, if the Magic selected Scotty Barnes at what is this? 5? Yeah, and they're selecting Moses Moody at 8. Whew, man, look out, Orlando. You guys did well. There's almost no way that Orlando can mess this up. Like if Orlando messes this up, this draft, man, dude. I mean, they got 2 top 10 picks. Come on now. All right. So here we go. I'm selecting for the Sacramento Kings at number 9, and I'm going to go ahead and select somebody that has a lot of upside, and I'm going to take Kai Jones off the board. Right. So Kai Jones, I think him playing with someone like Tyrese Halliburton, I like the connection. Again, De'Aaron Fox is still there, and he can bring an athleticism to the team. He's very raw. I'm very interested to see how Kai Jones would mesh in with Luke Walton, right, over there in Sacramento. But ultimately, I think he can do well in Sacramento. And usually when Sacramento drafts a big guy, I get worried. But he's more of a modern big guy I really like, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select for the Sacramento Kings. They selected Kai Jones. All right, chat room. Oops, still have David's pick on here. That's how much I like the pick, David. I left it on the whole time. All right, so now chat room. You guys are selecting at number 10. Oops, sorry, we got some screens jumping all over the place. All right, so let me zoom in here. All right, guys, I'm about to put you guys on the clock. Everyone that's watching right now, appreciate you hanging out. Smash that like button. If you're enjoying this video, share this video, like it, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. Thank you for supporting this show and just by watching and hanging out. I really appreciate it, you guys. All right, so you guys are at number 10. I'm going to start the clock here in a second for you guys. On the board, Keon Johnson, Davion Mitchell, Josh Giddey, Zaire Williams, Franz Wagner, Alfarine Şengün, James Bouknight still available, as well as Usman Garuba, right? So you have Zion Williams, you have Brandon Ingram, and you don't have a coach right now. I think I heard today that one of the assistants for the Dallas Mavericks, I think it is lining up to be one of the prime candidates for the New Orleans Pelicans. So there's that too. All right, guys. So I'm going to put the clock. Set that up right now. You got 1 minute. Tell me, if you're the New Orleans Pelicans, who are you drafting in this NBA draft? All right. You got 1 minute, guys. A lot of people on the board, a lot of talent, a lot of upside. How do you guys want to go about building around Zion Williamson? Because he is, your key guy. All right. So let me look at the chat here and let's see what we got. Raleigh, you're talking about Kai Jones being a 3-year project. I would say that's about right. I would say that's about right. David saying Davion Mitchell, Les Kispert's there. Franz Wagner. Raleigh's trying to get some shooting. Alex saying Mitchell. Levi, welcome to the show, is saying Wagner for sure. Frenchie saying Bouknight. Kind July is saying Bouknight. And they need a real guard. All right, so let's see. Let's see what's up. All right, you guys got about 2, 1, 0. There goes the timer. And the New Orleans Pelicans are selecting Kind July's pick. Great pick, Kind July. I think you're absolutely on the money. James Booknight is a steal, I think, here at number 10. I don't expect him to fall past the top 10. So, I mean, this is about right. I think that, with the questions around Lonzo Ball, seeing if he's going to come back to the team, what is their guard situation going to look like? Pairing a guy that can score next to and handle the ball next to Zion and Brandon Ingram, I think is a good look. I'm not mad at it. Okay, here we go. You guys are going to be drafting for the San Antonio Spurs next, so just giving you guys a heads up. Let's see who's still on the board. I'm going to be drafting here for the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, so I'm going to be on the clock here for a second. Great pick, Kind July. Thank you for hanging out. LaMelo Ball, right? Just won Impact Player, Rookie New Player, or whatever award he won there at the SPs. Well deserved. I really like the direction they're in. I'm very happy for James Borrego, the coach, right? Former Spurs coach, is having a hell of a time, I think, with that team, and I'm very excited to see what they do. So, who am I going to pair on that team? I just think that they're full of. They got good veterans on that team. I think that fill a lot of roles for them, right? Guys like Terry Rozier, Gordon, and some big men as well that kind of fill the roles. So if I'm looking at the board right now and I'm seeing some of these dudes, I'm gonna go ahead and take another guard, and I'm gonna take Davion Mitchell for the Charlotte Hornets here at number 11. So Davion Mitchell's off the board. I feel like you can never go wrong with getting some support in the backcourt. Terry Rozier was really their best player. I don't think a lot of people talk about him enough, but Terry Rozier did very well, and LaMelo Ball came off the bench for the most part. But I think their guard play can still go up a notch. LaMelo's more of a facilitator, finesse scorer. This guy's more of just a bully, and he can just get you some buckets, right? And that's not really LaMelo's game. So I kind of think that the combination might work pretty well for the Charlotte Hornets, right? Taking Davion Mitchell off the board at number 11. And he kind of has that veteran mentality too. And I feel like Charlotte's turning a page here with the type of guys that they draft and type of guys that they bring into the team. They're like no nonsense, hardworking type dudes. And I feel like Davion Mitchell fits that profile pretty well. All right, Spurs Nation that is out there right now. You are about to be on the clock at number 12. And so far we have Josh Giddey, Zaire Williams, Keon Johnson, Usman Garuba, Alperen Şengün, and Franz Wagner still on the board. The honor is y'all's. You guys got 1 minute. Let me know, who are the Spurs drafting in the 2021 draft? Raziel, yeah, the Spurs pick. That's you guys. It's on somebody in this chat room is going to select for the San Antonio Spurs. Alec is saying that we should look at Wagner, bring in some shooting. David saying some Şengün, Raleigh as well. Greg, shout out to Gregory. Castillo wants to snag Josh Giddey off the board. Frenchie's looking at Usman Garuba, Wayne as well. Alec again with Wagner. All right. Soul LLM is saying Zaire Williams, right? I like all these picks, right? So you guys got about 15 seconds if you're out there right now watching and you want to draft for the Spurs. Let me know who they're going to select. You might be the lucky winner. All right. We're rounding out this mock draft 2.0. That is the timer. The pick is in. Brian Wright called the NBA, said, hey, the pick's ready to go. We know who we want. And they said, who is it? Who do y'all want to want? Who do you guys want to draft? And then Brian Wright says, well, I talked to my guy Gregory Castillo. And, I trust Gregory on everything. Brian Wright's always saying that Gregory's like his inside guy, right? So Gregory wants Josh Giddey. Brian Wright says San Antonio gets Josh Giddey. So here we go. Good pick, Greg. I like the idea of Josh Giddey with the Spurs. Kind of like for a now and later pick, right? I think there's some other options out there for the San Antonio Spurs. right now to fill needs, right? But I honestly feel like Josh Giddey could have the highest upside. Maybe besides Keon Johnson right now that's still on the table. I think Keon Johnson might have more of an upside potential. But Josh Giddey's right there. And right now he's playing with Australia on their national team. I'm not sure if he's going to go to the Olympics with Australia. He's not really playing right now, but he's playing a lot with Patty Mills. That's a good thing, right? So I kind of like the idea of bringing Josh Giddey into the table, into the team, because I feel like he can help us now with his facilitating abilities, the way he can move the rock, find open guys, make some easy plays. I feel like we need some of that, and he can do that from like the forward position, right? So I'm all about it. Greg, if he's there on the board, I would not be mad at it. And I think he has a lot of upside to be a great player like 3 years from now, 4 years from now, when he learns how to use his body, understands the game a little bit more, and then kind of puts all the tools together, adds a little bit of a jumper. And I really like the prospect of Giddey on the squad with the players that we have right now for the San Antonio Spurs. So great pick. Great pick, Greg. Thank you for hanging out, Greg. Let me see. All right, so here we go. Number 13, 2 more picks left in the lottery right now. And I'm going to go ahead and select for the Indiana Pacers. And then a 1.0 draft, I had them taking Alperen Şengün. And now that they have Rick Carlisle from the Mavericks, I kind of feel like that's even better, a better fit now that they have that coach. I mean, he played with Dirk. He coached Dirk for a long time. I feel like he does well with big men and developing them and running their sets and helping them develop. So, but I'm not going to go with them again with Alperen Şengün. I can't do it twice. So if I'm the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to take the best player available right now, and that's Keon Johnson. I'm not really sure what the state of Indiana is right now. I hear that they're shopping sometimes. So sometimes this is all speculation, right? I hear that they're shopping Miles Turner. Then sometimes I hear that they're shopping Sabonis, right? And then some of the players there were not happy. So I don't know if they want out or if the team wants to rebuild. I just don't know. And so when you're in that state of I don't know, just draft the best player that's on the board. And I still think that's Keon Johnson right here. So Keon Johnson is going to go 13 to the Indiana Pacers. So right now left on the board, we got Zaire Williams, Alperen Şengün, Usman Garuba, and Franz Wagner. And you guys are selecting the second pick in this draft for the Golden State Warriors. I'm very interested to see if they keep these picks. I kind of have a thought in my mind saying that if Golden State actually does select these 2 picks and keep them for the team, oh man, dude, they get James Wiseman last year. They get two lottery picks this year, and they have Steph Curry and the big 3 there, if you will, with Clay and Draymond. I was like, come on, man, that's just not even fair. I don't know if they're gonna trade him to try to get Dame. I heard that they were shopping around for Damian Lillard, or they were interested in Damian Lillard. I'm pretty sure that Portland would want at least one of these picks. So, but right now it's gonna go to Golden State. All right, so you guys are about to be on the clock, right, for the Golden State Warriors. Sorry about the banner, guys. I leave it on there, and sometimes I don't take it off. All right, but you got 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. You're selecting for the Golden State Warriors. The first pick that you selected for them earlier on in the draft at, is it 7? Yeah, at 7 was Corey Kispert. So you went with shooting in your first pick. What are we doing, guys? If you're Golden State, what are you doing? Is it Wagner? Is it Şengün? Is it Usman Garuba? Or is it Zaire Williams? Man, 4 great options. If you're Golden State, you can't go wrong here. You got a prospect in Şengün. You get Usman Garuba, who can come in and help you now. Franz Wagner, who's another floor spacer. So you would probably pick up 2 of the best floor spacers in this draft if you did this. And Zaire Williams can be a scorer, man. Having Zaire Williams hang around Steph Curry for a few years is not a bad thing. All right, you guys got about 10 more seconds. Let me know who you're drafting for Golden State. Someone in here is going to draft for the Warriors. Got about 10 seconds. Let me know. What are you doing? You just took Corey Kispert earlier on in the draft. The timer is up. David likes Jalen Johnson as well. I like Jalen Johnson. I don't think he's a lottery pick. I think he's a mid-late first round pick. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go down the list here. All right, here we go. So Alec is saying Wagner to the Warriors. So is Raziel saying that as well. Also with Zaire. David saying Wagner. Wiseman will be traded, Raleigh says. Raleigh also says they should take Garuba. Garuba's like a poor man's or a young man's, I don't know what to say. Draymond Green, right? So, I mean, him learning from Dre would be great too. Frenchie's saying Franz Wagner. And the pick is going to go to Alec, again, getting his second pick. Frenchie as well. All of you guys that selected Wagner, that's who I have as well. That's who the Warriors are going to pick. So, hey, man, if you're Golden State, this just happened. You just walked out of there with probably the two best shooters in the draft. Jesus. Okay, so let me blow this thing up. Let's roll through it. And let's see how the chips all played out, okay? All right, here we go. Let me get myself off the screen so I can make this a little bit bigger for you. All right, in the 2021 NBA Mock Draft 2.0 on the board, right? The board's empty now. All right, so the first pick is Cade Cunningham. No changes there. Number 2 pick, this did change from my 1.0, and they went with scoring, and I don't think that's a bad look. I think that's smart. That's where the NBA is going. Good job. Evan Mobley to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jalen Suggs to the Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes drops to 5, and I wouldn't even be mad about that because honestly, that's not a bad draft. Like he can go top 3 in my opinion, or he can drop to 5, or maybe even 6. But the Orlando Magic take Scotty Barnes. The OKC Thunder are looking at pairing up Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with Jonathan Kuminga. Corey Crispert to the Warriors at number 7. Moses Moody to the Orlando Magic at number 8. Kai Jones gets selected a little ahead of maybe what everybody thought, and Sacramento Kings take a prospect that can help them now and later with Kai Jones at number 9. James Bouknight goes into New Orleans and I think tries to be ball dominant from day one and try to get some buckets. Davion Mitchell brings some pedigree, some toughness to the Charlotte Hornets. Josh Giddey, kind of a help you now, help you later as well. For the San Antonio Spurs, again, we know with the Spurs, it all comes down to how he defends, and that determines if he sees the floor or not. The Indiana Pacers select Keon Johnson. Great pick at number 13. How Keon Johnson falls to 13, I don't know, right? If you want to know how that happened, go back and watch the whole episode, right? And then the Golden State Warriors select Franz Wagner at number 14. So as I kind of zoom out here, some of these 3 players that are still on the board, man, Alpharine Şengün is being talked about going like top 10 even. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mock drafts have the Spurs taking him at 12. So that's very well possibility. I wouldn't mind that either. Zaire Williams has a lot of question marks. A lot of people say that he underperformed, but a lot of other people say there was circumstance around his college play this year with COVID and everything like that. Usman Garuba is probably one of if Scotty Barnes is number 1 to me, like the player that's going to come in day 1 and be able to play and make an impact, Usman Garuba might be like 2 or 3 on that board of guys who are day 1 ready. So if he falls to 14, 15, 16, I mean, one of those teams is going to snag this guy up and really be able to, he's going to be able to go to a team right now and help them out from day 1. So nothing against these 3 guys still on the board. But let me zoom out a little bit more. A couple things we can look at here that we can point out that the Orlando Magic took probably 2 of the best prototypical 3-and-D wing players in this draft with Scotty Barnes and Moses Moody. I really like that. If that's the way it plays out for Orlando, Jesus, man, they did so well. And then Golden State took two of the best shooters in this draft as well. I like Toronto taking Jalen Suggs. I think that's a really good look for Toronto. And, so right now, this is how it all played out. We'll find out here in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, we'll find out. Wait, is it next Thursday? Is the draft next Thursday? Holy crap. Oh my God. That's awesome. Guys, the draft is next Thursday. So next Monday, we'll probably do a NBA mock draft live 3.0. Okay. I don't know what's in store for that one yet, but thank you guys for hanging out and helping me do this draft. Thank you for hanging out in the chat room. Thank you. Please hit that like button, subscribe. There's a lot of ways that you can support this show. The links in the description below. There's links to Fanatics. You can go get some NBA gear if you're into whatever team you're into. Also, there's a link in there for ticket distributors. I just wanted to pull this up really quick. I actually bought some tickets for my pops, who's going to be in Vegas in a few hours. Lucky man. He's going to Vegas in a few hours, and I'm going to go ahead and send him to go watch USA play against Argentina tomorrow. So I went to the link in the description below, took me to ticketdistributors.com, and found probably the best seats that I can find. I checked out SeatGeek, I checked out StubHub, I checked out all of those, right? So Ticket Distributors had the best options available. Again, that link is in the description below if you want to go and check out a sporting event or a concert here in the near future. Always check the Ticket Distributors link in the description below before you do that. Anyways, make sure that you check out the Patreon link as well. Appreciate the Patreon supporters. Frenchie was in here as well. I think we picked up another Patreon member about a week ago. So I need to go in there and make sure that I can identify them. If you're here right now, let me know if that's you, because the email was a little bit cryptic. I couldn't get the name out of that. So shout out to Gregory Castillo. Thank you, Greg, for hanging out and selecting Josh Giddey for the Spurs and for this tip, my man. I appreciate it. Sean Kelly, thank you for hanging out as well. Appreciate the tip, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this show. You guys go a long way, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it. I'm actually here away from my studio right now. So my little guy is over here. Need to change his diaper and he needs to get fed and all this stuff, right? So, thank you guys for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I will be on live this Wednesday as well from this location, just giving you a heads up. And I should have a guest for that show. So stay tuned who I bring on the show on Wednesday. And just to let you guys know, Gregory also has a new episode out on Spurs versus Everybody with Maddie from Spurs Fanblog, I believe, right, Greg? You can let us know in the chat. So go check out Spurs versus Everybody. That's Gregory's podcast. And just to let you guys know, those of y'all that follow me on Order on the Court, which is our YouTube channel where we do post-game reactions and watch parties during the season. There's so much being planned for that channel. That channel is about to take like a whole nother leap forward, right, for Spurs Nation, right? So go ahead and check out Order on the Court if you haven't done so already. Go to oocspurs.com. A lot of big things coming here in the next few weeks. In August, there's going to be some announcements about all of that. Yeah. So yeah, Gregory, let me know and we can try to make that work. Right. So yeah, guys. So just letting you know about oocspurs.com. That one's going to be revamped and this season is going to be very exciting for our post-game series and our watch parties and stuff like that for you guys. So just letting you know, in August, there's going to be a lot of announcements for that channel. So just stay tuned. All right. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, please like that. Please like the video, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share this video. If you came out on this video, I thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. We got to do more interactive stuff like this with you guys in the future. So thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.
2, 1, 0, and lift off.
Hey, isn't we supposed to be having a fiesta?
Watch this.